Welcome back to the Bike Boot channel. I haven't had any projects to do in a while, so the channel's been stagnant until now. So I purchased from Revzilla the G4RG kit RM from Hogtunes. It's a 225 amp with a set of Hogtunes speakers for 2015 and up RoadGlides. The reason I'm doing the video is there are some good videos out there. JP Cycles has good videos, and what was the other one? Somebody else has a good video. I don't know, I'll put it in the links. There's a couple good videos out there, but they're old. They have the old system on it. They're older bikes. I have a 22 RoadGlide with the newer GTS system that has the Apple CarPlay, etc., etc. So I wanted to send you guys an updated video. Again, there's other good videos out there, probably with better camera equipment and better installs, but this is a quick unboxing to show you what it is. This is a plug-and-play system from Hogtunes. It was about $500. If you're a veteran or a first responder, you get a discount through ID Me when you check out with Revzilla. Revzilla is not sponsoring me. I'm just really happy with their service. I ordered this Wednesday and it showed up Thursday, and today is Friday, so it was there in one day, and their packaging was phenomenal. I'll throw the video what FedEx did to my package. Let's get into it. I'm going to break it down for you and show you what's inside this plug-and-play system from Hogtunes. Okay, we're going to briefly go through what's in the kit. Again, it's a kit, comes with the amp, the speakers, and the speaker grills for the RoadGlide. So in this box here was the RoadGlide grill speaker covers, along with instructions, real well, nicely packaged. In here, we have the instructions. We have the amp that's already mounted onto the Street Glide mount, which we have to pull it off and put it onto the RoadGlide mount. We got some zip ties and the wiring. This one says front output, input link, and this is the power. And finally, we have the speakers. The speaker grills, again, are for the Street Glide. We already have the RoadGlide ones over there, and this is what the speakers look like. Very nice, big, fat magnets on the back. Let's see. There we go. And hopefully we get some good sound out of that, and instructions. Very well packed. Everything's packed in foam. Perfect. So now we're going to move on to the installation. You got to take the amp off the Street Glide plate, which is just Velcroed on there. But it's important to mount this in the correct orientation so the wires are on the correct side of the bike. So take your dull Harbor Freight clippers. Try not to clip the wire. Get that zip tie out of the way. Open this up. Alright. So it's showing in the instructions the power wires are going to go out to the right, and the rest of the wires are going to go to the left. It's already Velcroed. Center it and just put it on like so. And you're ready for the next step. Next step is we are going to take the input wire and put it into the input part of the amp. Should only go one way, should be easy enough. All right, make sure that's secure. And we should be good to move to the next step. Okay, I'm going to add this in here. The next step should have been find the front out harness and plug it into the 4 black pigtail that's already coming out. Which is on the other side. So stop right here, find the other pigtail, flip it to the other side and plug it in. Trust me, it'll save you time. Okay, you have to remove these 2 bolts here. They're T40 to get the battery cover off. I already loosened them up for the interest of time. They are done. Then these all slide out, this wiring. Slide them out. Get them out of your way. This box pops right out. Set it aside. And then there's a little clip right here that you gotta slide this over. Bit of a pain in the ass, but straightforward. So when you run your main power wire, you can either take the tank off and run it underneath there, or you can take this cover off and just run it through the channel. For interest of time and laziness, I'm gonna choose to do that. So move the wires out of the way. This is a 3/8. For the top here, there's a little bolt right in here. It is a Allen key. This is a 5/32. And if you get that out, the channel should pop right off, but of course you gotta take your gas cap off. I highly recommend you do that last so you don't drop a bolt in there. Alright, it just pops out like that. You get a few lines in here, you can just pull them out. Can you see it? There we go. Just a vacuum hose that goes up here. I'm gonna jump right into the speakers. So these come up pretty easy. You can generally just use your fingers and do it. It's the first time I ever pulled these apart, so see how easy that came out. And inside, we have a couple of, I'm gonna guess, it's a 25. T25. Pretty straightforward. It's the first time I've ever doing this on here, so we're gonna do this together. They pop right out. Oh yeah, let's unplug it while we're here. Look at this. Anybody want to guess where these are made? Before we move on, I just want to do a quick comparison. Here is the Harley speaker and grill. This is the Hogworks speaker and grill. I'll flip them over. You can see the difference. Little tiny magnet. Kind of cheaply made. This one I need two hands to flip over. Oh yeah. The Hogtunes. You can see the difference. I want to make sure it's sturdy. Much heavier, bigger speaker. Okay, this is important too. Here's the old Harley grill. Here's the new Hogworks one. This is important. You got to take the old factory clips off, which can be done by just squeezing them out and then just basically popping them in. Be careful because I'm sure these things are on back order. So the small one plugs into the smaller side, and the larger one plugs into the larger side. And 12 o'clock is straight up and down. That's the trick. Slide in underneath. Make sure you're in a 12 o'clock position. You're screwing at the plastic, so you don't have to crank these down like an amp. Moving quickly, you got the 4 screws you're going to take out. I already have them out. I left the last one in. Alright. This just pops off. It's been a while since that came off. Put that somewhere safely. Alright, and this just pops off like that. As we're going to take 2 of the screws, pop them back in here. So when we remove the fairing doesn't come flying forward. I would take this time to put something over the fender, just in case you drop the headlight out on it. And while we're here, let's just unplug the turn signals. I'll give you a closer look. Just squeeze it. It's the 2 little tabs there, and just pulls out like that. And just do the other side. Move it along. Take your T25. You got these 2 screws over here underneath the fairing on each side. 2 here, one down here. Be careful not to scratch your tank. Moving on, you're going to take a 3/16 Allen wrench and remove the bolts on each side for the turn signals. There's also another bolt right on the inner fairing. Right there, T25s, remove them bolts. So after you get the second one out of the other side, your front fairings are going to want to fall forward, hence why you put the 2 bolts in after you pull the windshield out. Okay, now you got the inner fairing bolts off. You could loosen this up. Okay. You still have your 2 screws here, so it's going to drop down without it. So pull the 2 screws. And gently lift away. Okay, for the headlight, you got 4 bolts to remove. 1 here, 1 on the other side, and 2 on the bottom. Once you get that last one out, make sure the headlight doesn't come crashing out on you. So I'm going to hold it up with my strong hand. And then gently pull this out. And then again, you got more of these wiring things you could just pop off. Let's unplug the headlight. Easy enough. And then you just got to pop some of those wiring things off. 1 more, they just pop off. And there's the headlight. Right in this area here, where the main wiring harnesses run into underneath the, along the frame. So, power. We're going to take this apart and run it through. Okay, here's the rectangular opening that you're going to run the wiring through on the brake side of the bike, which would be the left-hand side when you're facing it. Running the wiring harness was a bit of a bear, I'm not going to lie. So here's the power plug. I ran it right where the main harness went through. It's got to be on the brake side. So it ran along the wiring harness. This is the power wire. What I did to help it through is I popped the cap off. I took out the fuse to help it along. So I got to put the fuse back in and put the cap back on. So now that I got the harness ran through, I'm running it along the other cables under the tank. I'll zip tie them up later. So these 2 bolts, just the top ones, get pulled out. This is a little different. The older ones get mounted to the headlights, the older mounting bracket. I'm gonna slide this in underneath this way, slowly. All right, it's stuck up there. And then we're gonna take the wiring harnesses and work it around the bracket. Right, so I'm gonna do the brake side first. A bit of a bitch, that's why they make this flexible. All right, that's one. I'm gonna take the other harness. What a pain in the balls. Okay, and that's how it mounts. Then the bolts go back in. So these are the 2 spots for the speakers. I'm gonna disconnect this one. It's just a push in and pull out. So these are the 2 coming out of the amp. I'm adding audio here so you get the correct information. So those 2 wires I'm holding in my right hand are the input. It's on the input side, the left side of the amp, meaning that the wires coming from the stereo plug into those wires. This wiring harness here with the blue, black, brown wires coming out, the outputs that get plugged into the speakers go into the output side. That's all color matched. So I'm going to try to simplify this because the instructions were a little bit confusing. All right. So the wires on the right side are the outputs. They're going to go to the speakers. They can only connect one way. The connectors are only going to go one direction. The wires coming out of the left side of the amp, if you're facing the bike, are going to the stereo, the wires closest to the stereo. So, and there's also only one way that plugs in there. So it should be pretty simple. The wiring colors are in the instructions, but I don't think it really matters as long as they plug in correctly. You should have music. Okay, I had a wiring boo-boo, which I addressed in the video. This is why I did this video, because the instructions kind of suck. So, All right, so here is the final product. I mean, this is... That's pretty much was stock. The noise, the sound. This is... And that's hurting my ears. The stock radio never did that. So, once again, if you like this video and others like it, hit the like and subscribe. I don't put that many videos out. I only put them out when I see something that's not really common out there. Like I said, I do a bunch of videos on this one. You know, I got some nonsense on here, some aftermarket shit I put on. If I got anything else, I'll throw it on. All right, catch you later. I'm out. Fuck this.